Holy is the ultimate gamer. He's earned that name.
Holy One.
A great guy, and his videos are fantastic.
What's the deal, YouTube? It's Holy One, and these are going to be my 102 reasons why you should ditch your console and get a PC. This is a response video to some console peasants who have been gloating about themselves, and this video is about to trigger not only the Sony fanboys, the Valve fanboys, the Xbox fanboys, and some Nintendo fanboys. So, let's get down to this list at 102 reasons why PC is far superior to consoles. Number 1 is options. PC gives you the most options, whether it's whatever you want to play on, whether it's your controllers, your keyboard and mouses, the options to tweak the games you want. Just more options are available to you on PC, and you aren't restricted to one console, one platform, and one restrictive online system. And that leads me to my second option. PC has access to all Xbox exclusives, all of Nintendo's second-party exclusives like Daemon X Machina, and we are soon getting Sony exclusives like Horizon Zero Dawn. And the console fanboys like to say, oh, you had to wait for those games. And I'm like, well, the wait was worth it because I could play those games at 144 frames at 4K. Reason number 3, native 4K, not checkerboard 4K, and at 144 hertz. Now, yes, you need to shell out the money to get 144 hertz at 4K, but with the new NVIDIA cards on the horizon, 4K at 144 hertz will soon become a standard for PC gaming. And I can play all my games above 60 frames per second. Reason number 4 is PC is by far the best community. If you ever have a technical issue with your PC, you don't have to go out and call a customer service like on a console and see if they'll RMA your console if it's past the warranty. And if you open up your console, you're likely not going to be able to return it at all. Whereas PC, you can ask people questions on the community forums, on Steam or anything. Everyone is very helpful. If you're having a blue screen issue or anything like that, you can get that problem resolved. Which you can't do if your console has a bricked update screen because you would need a technical expertise that they can offer you. And I'm not talking about these jabroni Valve newborn in PC broadband gamers. There are probably only a dozen of them. We're talking about just normal people who game on PC. Reason number 5, Epic Games cares about PC gaming and giving us games. Epic is fighting for the middleman to give you guys better deals by offering better discounts than Steam does. So Valve is introducing better deals. So competition on PC is good, and competition on consoles is not looking so good, with Microsoft not trying to compete, nor Nintendo, giving Sony partially a monopoly on the console space. Reason number 6, PC customizability. PC, out of other platforms compared to consoles, you can only get like a skin or a customized console. PC, you can customize how that console looks, whether you want RGBs. I spray painted my PC. You can change the color scheme. You can put figurines inside that thing. You can make it as small as you want. The customization options for PC is insane, all the way down to the mouse and keyboard, even the speakers you guys want to pick for that. So PC wins with customizability by far. Reason number 7, PewDiePie plays on PC. Enough said. Reason number 8, nobody cares about boring state of plays or these Xbox show events. Most of these shows are pretty boring and bland. A simple show could have been better. That's all I could say for that. Reason number 9, if you don't game on PC, then you're missing out on a large JRPG library. PC by far has the biggest library for JRPGs on any platform at this point. Legend of Heroes has pretty much all the games on PC. I rest my case. So if you are into JRPGs and want the uncensored versions, PC is the way to go. Reason number 10, simple click of a button. It takes one click of a button to get into a game and just start playing. And most of these console fanboys will say, you have to tweak settings. A simple click of a button from an NVIDIA panel and telling the PC to just optimize the game for you automatically, and you're done. If you want to tweak the settings, that's up to you, but a simple click of a button and you're right into a game. Reason number 11, console gamers are pirates. Now, yes, you're probably saying, I thought PC gamers pirate stuff. Only poor people in other foreign countries like Russia are pirating games on PC, but Console hacking is pretty bad on Nintendo's consoles, to the point that Nintendo has the most hacked system on the market. It's also pretty rampant on PlayStation as well, with stories coming out about these pirated games. And unlike a PC, whereas if you download a pirated game, you'll get malware, a console, you just have to boot it up and just hack it and you're good. It doesn't have like all your personal information on it if you're hacking it just to hack it. So most PC gamers aren't stupid enough to download a pirated game and then risk getting malware, whereas on a console it's just a clean slated system. Reason number 12, PC can be played on the go or in the living room. Most console fanboys don't realize this, but you can actually hook up your computer on a TV. Yes, I know, it's crazy. And what's even crazier is you could play your PC on the go via a laptop, hook that laptop up at a TV on a friend's house, play local co-op games, which PC offers the most of, and you can get a PC that's the size of a Nintendo Switch and is more powerful than a Nintendo Switch. Sure, it might cost more, but it's not a restrictive system that has less games. And number 13, PC can be built smaller than a console. Yes, PCs can be built smaller than a console and have much more power under the hood. And it might cost more, but console gamers are always talking about, oh, PC's always these gigantic towers. Why can't I build them smaller? Well, yes, you can. And you can play them on your TV. Reason number 14, PC has had SSDs since 2010. Consoles are finally catching up to SSDs, except for certain systems. SSDs have been pretty much a standard for PC gaming since 2010, and console gamers are now bragging about it. And yes, Nintendo fanboys, you still don't have SSDs, so you're removed from this conversation. Reason number 15, PC devs are great. PC developers who make games first on PC, such as Gears Tactics, Flight Simulator, Shadow Warrior 2 and 3, StarCraft, and all these other amazing games that are made for PC first and then finally brought to consoles, is the way the industry standard should be, because you make the game on PC first, you downscale the game for each system, so the highest system would be PC, you downscale it to the other systems like Xbox Series X, PS5, and so on. That's how the industry standards should be, but developers are lazy and don't do that. But the devs that do that are great. Number 16, PC has the best backwards compatibility. PS5 lacks backwards compatibility, as their games only backwards compatibility up to PS4. Xbox has some backwards compatibility going all the way back to the OG Xbox, but doesn't support all titles going back to that generation. Whereas PC offers backwards compatibility for games that released on PC all the way back to when PC was incepted in its exceptions. Also, you can download emulators, and if you have that old cartridge or disc, you can burn that to your PC and play it natively on a PC and store that for digital storage reasons. So PC by far has the best compatibility. Reason number 17, PC is where your friends are playing at, no matter the system. Since Xbox is now integrally part of PC gaming, all you have to do is download the Xbox app, and you can start a free party chat with your friends without having to pay for Xbox Live Gold. Same with your friends on Discord. Most people now use Discord to chat with friends on PlayStation, and I barely see anyone in PlayStation's party chat. So PC by far has access to gaming with your friends, no matter what platform they're playing on. So the friends argument is out of the trade. Number 18, delayed games on consoles. It's every time I hear about a big AAA exclusive coming out this gen for Xbox or PlayStation 4, it's been delayed. Whereas with these PC games, these exclusives I like to play, like Shadow Warrior 2 and all that, I haven't heard much delays on them. And most third-party games release around the same time as PC, and all these console fanboys say, oh, these games got delayed for PC. Well, I'm like, well, there's some games that come out on PC first, like Shadow Warrior 2, and don't come to console for 6 months later. So are you guys counting those as well? If not, then the delays aren't as big as you think. Number 19, PC first games. PC are getting some games now, like Xbox games like Gears Tactics and Flight Simulator, before they come onto the console, which is fantastic. Reason number 20, Digital games can be made into physical thanks to courtesy of GOG. So GOG allows you to purchase games that are DRM free. And these games are yours. They're DRM free. You can download these games onto a disc, a Blu-ray disc or something like that, a CD-ROM, and take them on the go to a friend's house. I know people say, oh, physical games are what make consoles so great. Well, we have GOG. Reason number 21, PC has gaming key sites that makes launch games cheaper than on consoles. Green Man Gaming, GOG, CD Keys. These key sites allow you to purchase games day one at a slight discount. Some games I'm looking at right now, Cyberpunk 2077, I could get off CD Keys for $47. Number 22, Steam, Chat, and Discord. Steam Chat and Discord are so much more reliable than the party chat system in PSN or Xbox, and the non-existent chat on Nintendo, because most of these chats have timing issues and crash frequently. That's another issue that I can't really deal with. Reason number 23, Epic gives out free games that don't cost a penny. Epic Games have been doing some pro-consumer moves by offering free games, not unlike Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Network, where you only get about 2 to 3 games a month. Epic gives you 2 games, and sometimes 3 games a week. And yes, they're free and don't require a paid subscription, and the online for those games to play online is also free, which is very pro-consumer. Reason number 24, PC offers value. You can build a PC depending on what your budget is. You can build a $200 PC if you're just wanting to play like simple niche indie games. Or you could spend $5,000 on a PC and play at 4K 60 max settings. It's up to you how you want to spend your budget. PC offers that incentive, whereas consoles, you might have to upgrade in 3 years to another $600 box in a closed system in order to just achieve 4K at either higher textures or stuff like that. Number 25, PC allows you to open up background tabs to listen to podcasts, music, or other such features in the background. While consoles do offer you, while consoles like the Xbox One used to offer you a snap feature that allowed you to watch videos in the background, that feature has since been removed and only can be done on PC. And so far, the consoles only allow you to play certain music in the background, whereas PC you could have up to 8 tabs open, whether you're rendering videos, listening music, listening to a podcast, or chatting with friends. PC has the horsepower to do it. Number 26, console hackers. Now, I was playing a game recently on Fall Guys, and hackers were running rampant on that console version. So, there's hackers on all platforms. Number 27, of course, are console fanboys. Now, yes, I know people like to bring up, oh, the PC, fanboys of Valve and stuff. But these guys are mostly just snobs who say, I have a beastly rig that's nothing like that. They're not out there making 12-hour-a-week podcasts, damage controlling for their corporation, their console overlords, and making 12,000 tweets a week for them. So by far, the console fanboys are the worst. Number 28, PC offers the best surround sound systems. Whereas you have to plug a console into a TV, you could buy a personalized PC's Dolby Atmos system and take full advantage of that surround system for your PC by downloading a simple app. Number 29, console fanboys dislike bombing videos. The one video I can think of that comes to mind is when the Nintendo fanboys bombed the video that revealed Shin Megami Tensei 5 because they were butthurt they didn't get Shin Megami Tensei 5. And they've done this before with other videos. Number 30, console cults. The console cultists always swear their brand loyalty to their corporations and will stalk you at local stores, threaten your families, threaten to dox you, come to your house, threaten you with guns, all that sort of thing. I've seen YouTubers like Black Bond see this personally, where a man like Blackie Lebowski will pull up a gun on camera and threaten to shoot him for his piece of plastic. Number 31, console fanboys will stalk you and your family. Console fanboys like Tim Dog, who will stalk people at Best Buy. Yeah, pretty much enough said there. Number 32, console games are mostly third-person action adventure games with stealth elements. That is basically the Sony template. And PC offers the most variety of platform games, like flight simulators, RPGs, turn-based RPGs, JRPGs, first-person shooters. Just so many different genres on PC. There's like maybe 28 different genres you could play on PC. And console exclusives are pretty much the same 3 genres: racers, shooters, and third-person action adventures with stealth element games. Number 33. You can use any controller you want on PC. Now, I personally love the Xbox controller. That is my go-to controller. I don't like the triggers on the PS4 controller, and it sucks that I can't use whatever my Xbox One controller on the PlayStation 4. And Sony is not allowing the PlayStation 5 to be backwards compatible with the PS4 for new games, where I could boot up new games right now and still use an Xbox 360 controller if I wanted to. So PC offers the most variety for controllers if you want to keep using the classic controllers that you like using. Number 34. PC offers keyboard and mouse, which is the superior way to play first-person shooters. Number 35. PC now has Horizon Zero Dawn running at a finally 60 frames per second. Number 36. PC offers a variety of different OSs, whether you want to game on Linux or Windows. Number 37. StarCraft is exclusive to PC, and it's one of my favorite turn-based RTS games. Number 38. It's easier to stream on PCs. PC offers a wide variety of streaming services on PC, whereas I try to stream on my PlayStation 4, it only streams at 720p, whereas PC I can just click a simple button and my graphics card will upload my stream to 4 different platforms at 4K 60 with the horsepower it offers. So streaming is much easier for Twitch users on the PC. Number 39. When a console breaks, you have to send that to Microsoft or Nintendo or PlayStation and hope they repair it. And if they can't repair it, or your system's out of warranty, you're in trouble. Whereas on PC, if one of my sticks of RAM breaks, I could just go on a Steam community forum and ask someone if I need to replace it. And if I do, I just take out one stick. If I have 2 sticks in there, I just game on one and wait and just get a replacement. And most of these RAM sticks come with a 3-year warranty, and most consoles usually have a 6 to 1 year warranty on their systems. Or if you buy a used system, you're tough out of luck. And most pre-built places, if you get pre-built, they pretty much come with a extended warranty for the entire system itself. So they can replace the system if you want. Reason number 40. Consoles get roaches. Have you seen those videos of PlayStation getting roaches? Ugh. I have. Number 41. Consoles have slow updates. Whenever a console has a new update, the update can take up to 6 minutes long. The worst I've ever seen was on my Xbox. That thing, whoo boy, that thing took like 20 minutes to update. On my PC, whether a driver updates, it updates in the background. Same with my games. Updates are so much easier on consoles. Not on consoles, on PC. So much easier on PC. Number 42. Console updates could break your system. I've had one Xbox One where I updated the system, it broke my system. Whereas on PC, sure, an update might break my system. It hasn't happened to me yet, but at least I can fix it. If a console update breaks your system, you're going to have to send that entire system in and hope Microsoft is able to fix the issue that caused the update without you having to update the system again. Number 43. PC offers mod support. Mods aren't restricted on PlayStation or Xbox. You can download whatever mods you want on Mods Nexus. Or you can create your own mods. This is what makes PC games have longevity by offering you ways to replay them in different ways you couldn't have before. Number 44. Free mod remakes. Mods have been released for games like Fallout New Vegas that completely remake the game. This allows the game to be replayed with higher fidelities, new stories and arcs and stuff like that. Number 45. PC games have longer support than console games. PC games have longer support than consoles thanks to mods. Games usually sell more on PS4, but games like Witcher 3 eventually release and offer more longevity support thanks to the mod support, the community support, and pretty much allowing it to be backwards compatible with any graphics card you decide to upgrade, whereas consoles decide whether or not you get to play it if it's backwards compatible or not. Number 46, PC parts, or if a console part breaks down, as I said, you'll have to send that in. If a PC part breaks, you just send, you pretty much can figure it out easily. Number 47, games sell more on PC. Now, yes, I'll give you guys an example. Witcher 3 initially sold a little more on PS4 than it did on PC, but eventually, after about a year, the PC version outsold all the consoles combined. Same with these JRPG games. They sell more now on PC than on PS4. Same with the pretty much they just sell them better. So that's that. Number 48. PC gamers have a sense of humor. We PC gamers like to crack a joke about the PC master race that triggers these console fanboys, but console fanboys can't seem to take a joke when we make fun of their console overlords, and they result to doxing, hacking, and making 12-hour-long videos in podcasts damage controlling for their corporate overlords. It's just a never-ending cycle. Number 49, some console gamers are extremely racists. Racist gamers like Crap Gamer, who calls Japanese developers race eaters, are the main reason Japanese developers are now skipping over PlayStation entirely and Xbox and bringing their games to the Nintendo Switch and PC. I'll give you an example. Death and Request came out 2. Oh no, Death and Request 2 is the game recently came out. It came out 2 weeks before the PS4 version, and it's also uncensored. These Japanese developers are now prioritizing PC and Switch before the other systems. Number 50. Console gamers hide their achievements and rather spend more time in 12-hour damage-controlling podcasts. Examples: Crap Gamer, MLG. These guys hide their achievements and then make 4 videos a day damage-controlling for their corporate overlords, Sony and Microsoft. It's a never-ending cycle with them. Whereas us PC gamers, we're just sitting back, looking at our library and thinking, wow, we have too many games to play. Just too many. Number 51. PC has the best VR game, Half-Life Alyx. Number 52. PC offers the best VR experience. We have the best VR tech with higher fidelity, higher polygons, and higher texture options for our PC compared to the console's VR, which is also non-existent on Nintendo and Xbox. Number 53. PC gamers get the best multiplats and exclusives. Not only do PC gamers get all of Xbox exclusives, we get exclusives before they come to Xbox, like Flight Simulator and Gears Tactics. We also are getting we're also getting some of Nintendo's second-party exclusives, like Daemon X Machina, Octopath Traveler, and we're getting some of Sony's first-party games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Detroit Become Human, and so much more that it's just so good. Reason number 54. Steam sales. Steam sales are phenomenal. Now, yes, I know console sales are getting better. However, what makes them worse than Steam sales is you have to pay a yearly subscription to get those deals, like Xbox Live Gold or PlayStation Plus. So, yeah, you're being ripped off for those deals. Number 55. Consoles are holding back PC gaming. Now, yes, I know the new consoles are coming out very soon, but at the same time in the fall, Nvidia and AMD are about to release their new cards that are going to smoke the consoles in power. Now, yes, the consoles will be cheaper for the first 2 years compared to PC, but they're still going to be stuck behind PC gaming. What developers need to do is release games on PC first and then downscale those games to consoles. That way the games won't be held back and can take full advantage of each system. Number 56. Consoles can barely run PC games like Crysis or Lich-Din Battle Mage. I've been watching a lot of videos on Digital Foundry, and I've noticed that the Switch can barely run Crysis, a 360 game, at like sub 15 frames, and then you got Lich-Din Battle Mage coming out and it's running like 12 frames. And that's reason number 57. Games should not be running at 15 frames per second on consoles like Deadly Premonition 2 on the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch is the most notorious system with the most lowest FPS games. Reason number 58. Console version of games run sub 30 frames per second, which is unacceptable. Number 59. Xbox and Valve fanboys are anti-competition. Valve fanboys see Epic making games exclusive to their launcher as anti-consumer. However, Epic has come out to call out Valve's complicity, saying they should make their revenue share for developers, I think it's like 12%, whereas Valve takes 30%, and then it's like 25% after a certain sales amount. And these Valve corporate slaves use racism to say, oh, it's the Chinese. Same with the Xbox fanboys. Xbox fanboys say, we don't need exclusives for our system. And that's why their system is the worst selling console. Reason number 60. Better frames per second is a driving force in the PC market. Games like CSGO and Valorant are pushing for higher refresh monitors, such as 360Hz monitors, which console gamers are now buying for their next-gen consoles, so they can enjoy those games like Ori and the Blind Forest on Xbox Series X at 120 frames per second. So if it wasn't for PCs pushing these games to higher frame rates, we'd still be stuck at 60Hz monitors. Reason number 51. PC allows you to mod to turn off film grain on games, same as motion blur. Number 52. This is a big one for shooters. FOV sliders. Number 63. Multiple storefronts on PC allow for more diverse competition than on consoles. With the console market lacking competition, with Microsoft not pushing for exclusives, Nintendo not really competing in the home market, PC is now the last bastion of hope for competition, with Epic trying to force Steam not to be complacent with its non-action. Number 64. PC allows you to have multiple hard drives. Whereas Xbox will allow you to buy proprietary hard drives, those need to be made through Xbox's own system. Whereas PC, you can have up to an 8TB hard drive and store as many games as you want. Number 65. Twitch is driven by PC gaming. Most Twitch streamers will be gaming on PC to play their games. Number 66. Console gamers don't play games cheap. Most console gamers have to pay the higher price for games, now with games becoming $70, whereas PC gamers have key sites where they can buy games a lot cheaper now. New on day one. Number 67. Most games on any platform play best on PC. Number 68. PC customization can impress your friends when they come to visit. So if you want to build a little mini tower PC and put it by your TV, you could do that. Fire up some emulators on it, play some local games with your friends, all that sort of thing. You could do that on the PC. Number 69, 144 frames per second. To me, now makes 60 frames per second pretty much unplayable on the consoles. Number 70, PC offers multiple monitor setups, whereas most consoles only allow you to display on one, maybe two displays. PC allows you to hook up 4 and sometimes 24 monitors. Number 71. The console gamers like to brag, oh, I just want one system to play everything. I don't like opening up multiple stores. PC offers something called GOG Galaxy, which merges all your store platforms, and you can launch all your games at the simple click of a button. It's that simple. Number 72. You can get console banned for no reason. Xbox Live Enforcement was notorious back in the 360 days for banning people for just being in lobbies with so-called hackers. It's still a rampant issue where people go into a library on Nintendo, and if you're in a lobby with a hacker, Nintendo will ban you, and then there's no luck unless you make an entire new account and you lose access to all your games. Number 73. PC can do it all. PC allows you to do work, games, stream, watch videos, send an email. PC could do so much more than consoles at a much simpler and less hassle-free lifestyle. It's just much easier that way. Number 74. Console games make children violent. I see a lot in the news media. I know it's all BS, but every time I see the news, they're talking about Call of Duty on Xbox or PlayStation. I don't see them bringing it up on PC, but since you console fanboys like to bring that up a lot, I figured, we'd share a topic on that one, at least. Number 75. Anime censorship is driving developers away from PlayStation. Most developers are now releasing their games, as I stated earlier, first on PC and now later to PlayStation 4. Games like Persona are finally coming to PC that were originally on PlayStation. So the Japanese games are delving deeper and deeper onto PC. I don't care about, these little girls or these waifu games, but it gives people options. And more options is good. Number 76. 3D benchmark. PC allows you to benchmark your hardware, whereas consoles, it's a closed box. So when you're buying a new system, you don't know how much more powerful it is unless Sony and Microsoft tell you, and then they say it's up to the developers how they want to develop it. So you'll be stuck getting games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla running at 30 frames per second on the consoles. And you can't benchmark the game to see if the consoles could offer a higher frame rate at a lower resolution because you're stuck with the closed box ecosystem that the consoles force you into. Number 77. Consoles gamers don't want cross-play. Ever since cross-play was announced for Xbox and PC, PlayStation fanboys have not wanted to have it. And now that PlayStation is starting to offer it, PlayStation fanboys don't want their experience ruined by PC gamers. And then the other thing is they don't want cross-play with Xbox or PlayStation. So either way, they don't want anything to do with it. Number 78. Apps. PC offers the most apps out of all the other platforms versus consoles. PC has the most apps available. Number 79. If your controller breaks, you're done. You have to replace it. Whereas on PC, my keyboard and mouse definitely has more durability than a controller. Number 80, digital preservation. PC offers digital preservation of games. So games that were only made physical, eventually those physical copies might be lost to time forever. Whereas if they're made digital, they could be preserved. Most notoriously is Nintendo. Since Nintendo doesn't want to release their games on the virtual console or preserve these games, it's up for PC to store these and keep them safe. Otherwise, they'll be lost to history forever. Number 81. Cheap Steam games for older titles. Most games that released back in the 360 when a Steam sale starts are usually go on sale for $1 to $2, whereas most of these games are unavailable for consoles because they don't offer the backwards compatibility to extent as PC does, which is unfortunate. Number 82. PC offers pre-built systems. So if you're worried about building the PC yourself, you can get a pre-built with an extended 2-year warranty, whereas most consoles only offer a 6 month to 1 year warranty on most of the ones I buy. And as I said earlier, you'd have to send the entire system back for repair, whereas if the PC has an issue, you can call their tech support and they can walk you through it. And if it's just one piece, you can remove the one piece and just keep gaming. So it's much more of less of a hassle. Number 83. Consoles usually release outdated. This generation, though, consoles won't be releasing outdated, but usually the trend is that. Number 84. Console fanboys love to prop up liars like Colt Eastwood and other such propagandist channels in order to make themselves feel better about their plastic of choice. Number 85. You can edit videos and play games at the same time on PC. Yes, I have been seeing a lot of fanboys say, oh, PCs can't do that. Yeah, even a quad-core PC can do that. It's not hard to do. You can do it. Number 86. Console gamers make the same clickbait videos instead of playing games. Crap gamers have been making the same clickbait videos for 8 years. Same with MBG. Same with the rest of them. It's the same clickbait title for the last 4 years they've been releasing over and over and over and over again. And most of the gameplay they do show is them using the same knack footage of them killing themselves on the tutorial level. It is hysterical to watch. And it's just not fun to watch. Number 87. Physical games are taking up space. Yes, I don't want a girl to come into my house and see hundreds and hundreds of games dedicated to a room, taking up space, when I could just have one simple digital library and it's there, and I know I'll always have it, whether my house burns down, my shit's stolen, because I've had shit stolen from my house before. Knowing that it's all digital, I can recover it anytime I want. And that is the beauty of digital games. Number 88, you can create your own mods on PC and add longevity to your own games. Number 89, console gaming almost died according to certain developers. Back in the day, Nintendo saved the console gaming market space. Back then, PC gaming was still fine. So, you never know if console gaming goes away the dodo. You never know when it might happen again. Number 90, PCs have better cooling than consoles by far. Now, yes, these new consoles coming out probably are going to have better cooling. However, they do not offer liquid cooling like PC does for higher overclocking, and clock speeds on the Xbox Series X, for example, are stuck at a single frequency and cannot be changed due to the limited strain of a smaller box with a smaller cooling system, whereas on PC you can build a smaller PC box and have liquid cooling in it as well. Number 91, console gamers are beta testers. Most of the time, console gamers say, oh, your PC gamers got the delayed version of Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, and most of the time you guys are beta testing these games so they can be run better on the PC. Number 92, PC offers bigger screens for HDR and better HDR support. Number 93, PC offers Gears Tactics and Flight Simulator. Number 94, the Xbox Accessibility Controller for PC has more options available than on the console for people with disabilities. Number 94, 144 frames per second makes consoles feel gross to me now. Number 96, PC can be in your room of any house you want, and you can stream them all in one house to play 4 players couch split screen co-op. Instead of buying multiple consoles to do crossplay, you could just buy one PC and game on all of them. Number 97, PC offers the better streaming service with GeForce Now, allowing you to play ray trace games on a potato laptop compared to PlayStation Now or Xbox streaming services. Also, Stadia is also available if you're into that. Number 98, Xbox games sell best on PC. We've seen the Steam sale charts. Xbox exclusives are now selling more on PC because most Xbox gamers use Welfare Pass. Number 99, PC can satisfy your every need, whether it's using Game Pass, PC sales, you can upgrade your anything, that's just it there. Number 100, PC can be cheaper than consoles and you can do so much more with them. Number 102, PC can be portable and smaller than a Nintendo Switch. Number 103, if you knock your console over, it could break, whereas with the PC, that shit's gonna hold. Alright guys, that's going to do it for my 102 reasons why PC is superior than consoles and why you should throw yours out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is your boy Holy One. Out!
How's it taste, motherfucker?